Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to our Scorpio season pick a card reading. So get comfortable and get ready to dive in to find out what this Scorpio season is going to be bringing for you on your spiritual path. So let's get started. So welcome to Scorpio season. Firstly, this season is all about the depths because Scorpio is a fixed water sign and it is very much about going into the depths of your soul, your emotions, your shadow, the mystical, magical side of yourself and life, and really just coming into a space of transformation. That's a really big key word for Scorpio. It is the ruler of the 8th house and it's ruled by the planet Pluto, although some astrologers might say it's ruled by Mars, but it's very much about that going into the depths. So this already is going to be an invitation to go within. We also have Samhain coming up in Scorpio season. Again, it's all about connecting with things the other side of the veil, really tuning into things that are beyond what you can see in front of you. So maybe just find some time with Samhain to really honor your ancestors or to really tune into some form of divination as well as this video, but maybe you want to pull some cards for yourself as well to see what the next few months are going to be bringing for you. So I just invite you to take a moment to close your eyes and just tune into yourself and just ask, what do I need to know this Scorpio season that can guide me on my journey, on my path in this lifetime, and just really bring me the wisdom or the insights that I need to know. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and choose from card pile 1 on the left or card pile 2 on the right, and just trust that you'll make the right decision because you cannot go wrong. What is meant for you will come and find you no matter what. So if you chose card pile number 1, then your first card is Igraine, and it says motherhood, acceptance, beauty, feminine power. So I really get a sense that this is an invitation for you to tune into your divine feminine this month. Regardless of gender, this is very much saying tune into the feminine aspects of yourself. Now when I talk about the divine feminine, I'm talking about the soft, receptive, intuitive, inner knowing side of yourself who's okay with the mysteries of life. Remember, the feminine isn't trying to understand everything, it just allows, it comes into a space of acceptance of what is. So you're really being invited into that space this month. So how can you tune more into your feminine side? Again, we're talking about the divine feminine, we're not talking about female, we're talking about that divine energy. So how can you tune more into that side of yourself this month? Could you listen more to your intuition perhaps? Could you accept things as they are and surrender more to what's going on around you? Or could you find a way to really tune into and express yourself more through that feminine way instead of perhaps being more assertive, maybe just coming into more of a surrendered, softer space? That doesn't mean you can't be assertive, it just means there's a time to speak and there's a time for silence, and I think the divine feminine really understands that and can tune into that. This card also mentions motherhood. For me, that doesn't just talk about women, that could be talking about parenthood in general. So perhaps this month there is an opportunity of motherhood for you, or parenthood. Now that could be finding out that you're pregnant or your partner's pregnant or someone in your family, or it could be being asked to be a godparent, or spending time with your nieces and nephews or your best friend's children. But I think that there's this need to connect with children and bring out that more nurturing side of yourself this month in Scorpio season. So I think you're really being invited to step into that space a bit more. But this card also talks about beauty. So it's really inviting you to look within yourself and understand your inner beauty. Perhaps part of the shadow work you're being invited to do this month is to recognize that maybe you have quite negative feelings towards yourself and the way that you look. So this month you're really being invited to recognize your beauty, come into that space of acceptance and say, I am already beautiful as I am. I can let go of the illusions of the ego or the limiting beliefs others have projected onto me, and I can really truly see my beauty and my soul just shining forth and radiating out into the world around me. And what's really lovely about that is that your soul plan card that came through is energy 16, which is spiritual energies relating to earth, and you can see here the symbol is energies quite literally anchoring into earth, and it says bringing spiritual frequencies and the love vibration to others in an authentic and down to earth manner. So this is really saying, as divine as you are, as holy, as spiritual as you are, you're also human. So bring that into your life in a very down-to-earth, everyday manner. So that's why it might be encouraging you to tune in more to the idea of parenthood or motherhood and bringing that nurturing side of yourself forth, because that is just as spiritual as meditating, right? Bringing love into everyday life is just as spiritual. So this is asking you to find a way to share your spiritual path this Scorpio season in a way that's really down to earth, really, really grounded. So It's like, how can you embody that feminine, that divine feminine energy in a really grounded way? So that's really the guidance that you're being brought to share this month. I hope that you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates in the comments below. If you chose card pile number 2, then your card for this season is the Dragon. It says strength, power, integration and pathfinder. So I feel like this is going to be a really interesting season for you, Scorpio season. It's really an invite to go deeper and do the work, because ultimately when you're on a spiritual path, as you'll probably know, sometimes things that aren't serving you will fall away, will be removed by the universe, or maybe even consciously by you. So you might find that this month that you're really releasing a lot of things or people from your life who just aren't serving or aren't aligned with you anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's completely fine if you can really love somebody and connect with them as a friend or a colleague or a romantic partner or a family member, and yet at the same time recognize that perhaps you two aren't meant to be in each other's lives right now, and maybe it's best to let each other go. So I think there's an encouragement there to know that it's safe to let go of things that aren't serving you, and to really be honest with yourself, because sometimes we convince ourselves, or we tell ourselves, no, I really need this, or I need that person in my life, and actually it might not be serving you and them or the other thing to be in your life. So it might be time to let something go. And we do have a new moon eclipse at the beginning of Scorpio season, Samhain, and then a full moon. So there's lots going on energetically and astrologically this month. So just be really gentle with yourself and be really nurturing as you understand that. This also talks about having strength. So again, this might feel like it's a bit of a test for you this season, and perhaps there's lots going on that's quite challenging. Just know that you've got the inner strength. You can call upon the dragon to support you and to be there with you and to guide you throughout this time. And the reason I mention that is because your soul plan energy is energy 18, finality and solution, finality, decisions and past life integration. Now I'm pretty sure that this card came up at a similar time this time last year. I'll have to double check back and see, but I'm pretty sure that the information here is saying that Scorpio season is really powerful for you if you chose card pile number 2, and therefore it's a time really for you to bring a lot of integration and healing into this month for you. So don't be afraid of the depths that Scorpio invites you into. In fact, go with it, allow yourself into that space. Again, if you need to, you can always go to another person or myself for some guidance or some counseling or some healing at this time. Do trust and know that it's okay that you don't have to do this work on your own. It's completely fine if you feel you want to, but at the same time it's also wonderful to have other people there. And if we're talking about other people, that can be your friends, that can be your family, that can be a therapist, it can even be a coven or a group of friends that you have who you can tune in with and who can support you, even if it's just having their presence, even if you're not necessarily verbalizing things. Just their presence might be the strength that you need to remember your strength so that you can keep going. So let me know how these readings resonate with you in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in next week's video. As you will, oh my god, and it says being spiritual. Come on then, good boy, up you get. That's it, sit down, good boy, love you too. This time now that doesn't just restrict, no, that, and it is ruled by this way, that's it, good boy. Good boy, sit down.